Let's be honest with ourselves. Most of your extracurriculars are mid, and that's fine, but let's call it what it is. Because if your activities look like piano since age 5, volunteer at a local garden, or just member of math club, then you're basically submitting the same application as literally everyone else. And I get it, your parents probably told you do more activities. Colleges love that. So now you've got 10 things listed, but none of them are actually saying who you are. So in this video, I'm gonna break down why your extracurriculars are frankly mid, what's actually wrong with it, and most importantly, how to fix them. So let's get into it. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Shinwoo Lee. I've been doing this for about 3.5 years or so, and I've helped over 100 students get into an Ivy League and top 20 school. And something yet to understand is that the activity itself doesn't inherently make you impressive. It's the depth you reach inside that activity that actually matters. So for example, if your main extracurricular is piano and you've played since you were 5, that's cool and all, but come on, right? I'm Asian, as you can see. I already know half the continent has been forced to play piano lessons since birth. But if you've never competed and placed at a really high level or done anything beyond practicing the same songs, that's just autopilot. You're not really just applying the skills you've really gotten. Because if colleges really rewarded people just for the sake of doing something for a long time, then every parent's strategy would be, all right, we'll sign our kid up for violin at age 2.5 and go straight into Harvard. But that's not how it works. Admissions committees aren't simply impressed by time. They're impressed by the impact and growth of it over time, by the impact like I talked about, by the story behind the effort. So if you've done something for years, but you've barely moved past the surface, that's why your extracurriculars are feeling flat. But part 2 of this is finding personal meaning. So let's talk about it. When you go out and volunteer or join a club, ask yourself, why are you doing it? If college admissions as a whole was completely removed, would you still be doing it? Probably not. Because if your answer is something generic like, oh, I just want to help people, then yeah, that's mid too, right? Because here's what I mean. Let's say you volunteer pulling weeds in a garden every single weekend, right? That's nice because you're helping out your community and stuff like that. But if you're applying as a computer science major, for example, that doesn't really connect to your story too well. Instead, look for ways to show those same good qualities like compassion or community involvement in an environment that actually fits you. So here's an example from a past student that I had. So he built a simple web application that let local residents report stray cats. And there were families who wanted to adopt but couldn't just find them. He basically connected these two sides of the community and ended up saving these cats' lives through code. And that's way more meaningful than I just volunteered over the weekend and just picked weeds at like a local garden or something, right? Because the thing that the student did is personal to him and it's connected to his main interests. And it tells the admissions officers that, hey, I don't just do things for the sake of doing things, I build good stuff. And that is the key differentiator between just being busy for the sake of it and actually being impactful. Now, I'm gonna go a level deeper and just make this really real. Here's what a mid extracurricular looks like on paper. Volunteered at a local animal shelter on weekends, helping feed and clean cages. That's not bad, but it's boring, right? It just says you just showed up and that's what pretty much anyone else can do. Like now, a better version of this would be led weekend volunteer team, 10 plus students at a local shelter, organized adoption drives, and that led to 25 plus pets placed in homes. Now, that difference is huge. It's the same activity essentially, but that one sentence shows leadership, initiative, and impact. Here's another one for you. A mid version is just a member of math club. A better version is started a data lab inside math club to analyze student wellness, surveyed 80 peers, built dashboards shared school-wide. That's how you take something as basic as math club and make it yours and make it personal, because you didn't just join for the sake of joining it like I talked about, but you joined and did something within it. You were an entrepreneur. So the question is how do you actually take your extracurriculars from mid to memorable? Here's a simple framework that I just came up for this video specifically, which is step 1 is specialize. Stop doing 10 random things and just pick a few things, maybe 1, 2, or 3 things and go deep into it. Number 2 is create something, whether it's a small project, an app, a workshop. It has to be something that exists because of you and your drive. Number 3 is to quantify it. Numbers make your story real. How many people did you reach? How much money did you raise? What was the actual result? Quantify it. Number 4 is reflect. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this? Tie it back to your major, your interests, and your story, because once you do that, suddenly your activity stops sounding like a simple checklist that most students typically do and starts sounding like a person, because you are a person. At least I'm hoping that not aliens are watching this stuff. Now, if you can show those 3 things that I talked about today, the depth, meaning, and I would argue that impact is the most important, which is the 3rd one, you're already ahead of 90% of other applicants. So if you're sitting there thinking, okay, I get it, but I don't know where to start, I'm in 9th or 10th grade, then go watch my previous video right here, because in that one, I'm gonna show you exactly exactly how one project built with purpose can outshine a whole list of random activities that are just scattered everywhere. You'll see real examples from students I've worked with in the past and just see how admissions officers actually remember these things. So yeah, your extracurriculars might be mid right now, but one good project that could actually change things for you for the better. So if this video helped, like, subscribe, all that, comment, whatever, all that good stuff, right? And I'll see you in that one or any other video that I see in the future. All right, peace.